visuals, welcome to yet another edition of the Visual Guys Ramble On with me and Chris, where Chris is enjoying the sunshine. Have you been letting it bark and make you all tanned?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like tanning. It just makes me feel like I'm in a frying pan. And when I see people all red and that, makes me like, tan skin is damaged skin. I don't like it. But are you one of them ones that like to go out and...
It's good for you. Not a lot is bad for you, but it's a lot of vitamin.
Yeah, you get whatever vitamin is from the sun, don't you?
Yes.
Some shit like that. Did you, speaking of the sun, because of that solar flare that happened last night, did you see the lights?
No, I fell asleep.
You fell asleep?
I fell asleep roughly about 8:30, 8:45, and that was me till about 6 o'clock this morning.
Ah, no, fair enough.
Reason being, I was up at 2:30 for work.
So you needed a nice little... I'm always ready to nod off in this weather. I didn't see them, but I have seen them up to Scotland years and years again. I saw loads of people on their Facebooks and pictures and all that kind of stuff. I already saw them. Yeah, it's pretty as fuck. But they don't amaze me as much as I think they amaze other people.
I would have liked to have seen it.
They're cool, don't get us wrong, but it does look like somebody's just shining a light in the sky and like, oh, and it's like, oh, pretty like you. If I saw a meteor, when I see a shooting star, I always find that a bit more magical.
Yeah.
That to me, I always just look at it and go, it's a nighttime rainbow. And then crack on. It's still nice. It's still pretty, but it's not as when you see it in films and shit. Then they over glorify it. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
And it's thingy, but obviously the real one's nice. It was years ago I saw it in Scotland, so I don't know why I've got some random beef with the Aurora Borealites. I've got some beef with them now anyway. Tell you what I do have beef with actually. I'm going to quickly call out my fucking stupid little girlfriend, right? I shouldn't have said that. She's going to flip. I'm sick of people picking on me with the way I eat KitKat's, mate. This is an actual reoccurring thing. Don't get us wrong. You know I'm a fat gannet.
How do you eat KitKat's?
I just stuff it in.
What do you mean you stuff it in?
I'm not really that hungry, but I could demonstrate.
As in you break a finger off and then just put the whole thing in your mouth? You don't have to get one.
No, I will. Cause
you can't just explain.
No, because it's fucking annoying. Everyone knows
I'm annoying.
Because I love KitKat. She tops her drawer up with KitKat to me because I love a KitKat. And I always go like that.
Alright, so you just scoff the full thing.
No, it's a bad spot. That's good.
So why is people commenting on how you eat KitKats?
I ate one in front of her and she went, like, I hate the way you do that. I've had it at work when I'm sat there minding my own business going, but then they're like, oh, can you not eat it one bit at a time? I'm like, fucking leave me alone, I'm eating a KitKat. I'm like, don't get us wrong, I understand it's probably not the most attractive thing to see, and it is very fat of me, but I'm not doing any harm to anybody. I'm not doing it in your face, I'm just...
Yeah, I don't see the issue there.
Yeah, mate, but don't get us wrong, you're probably sterilised a little bit with my gluttonous. You're used to me seeing you going...
Yeah, I am.
But even so, if I'm doing it in your face and I'm going... then you've got a problem with me, and I've got no issue there. If I'm sat there in the corner, just to be fair, when I did it for her, I did give her a lot of, because she was stood there and I just went, because we were talking a conversation, so maybe there is a little bit there. But like, just leave me the fuck alone. I eat a KitKat how I eat a KitKat, and if it's a four-fingered one, I do the same, but I snap the two, and then I put them on top of each other and do exactly that, but with four. I'm just fat as fuck, and people got beef with the way I eat KitKats. What do you expect me to nibble on it? Fuck off.
A lot of people do. Finger at a time, just nibble away.
Yeah, and I will happily admit it's the normal thing, but I'm a fat cunt. I love a KitKat. Well, that's giving me a nice little aftertaste. Oh, I love me a KitKat. But anyway, yeah, sorry, I've just got some beef with that. So I still love you, Laura. Don't worry, we finished our ship. Well, she finished the ship. She put the sails on that on it and whatnot. It looks beautiful. I didn't show you a picture.
Do you want me back car then?
I'm ready for the back car whenever, sir. I know. Here we go. I'm gonna be fucking broke as fuck. Don't eat fucking whatever that is. He's sniffing at a what are they called, weeds. Yeah, he's got away from it. I have Sauron Lego set. Lego did like a little reveal thing, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, how much? That's all I need to see. When Lego put a statement, because I knew it was coming. They give the official reveal, and I just as soon as I saw it, that's all I needed to put was how much. How much do you need from me?
How much do you want
How
from
much of
me?
my life essence do I need to give to you? But no, I'm ready to build the Batmobile whenever, sir. You can bring it around. I'll smash that up. Not smash it up, but I was watching a video of a girl who's got a tooth missing, and she puts random objects in it. But she smartly quotes how many objects, what objects can I fit in my hole? So automatically you think, oh, it's going to be a weird porn thing. But I saw her. You knew she was a hillbilly on the little thing, and she just stuffed shit in her tooth. And she put little Lego studs in there. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching here? I was at that back door having a fag just thinking, what the fuck is life?
Fair enough.
Yeah, anyway, sorry, what weird shit you got?
Not a lot. No. Well, actually, I forgot to save it, to be fair, but a guy who popped up weirdly on TikTok, who's apparently from the future, 24, whatever
You're
it
not
was.
on about the fucking shed guy, are you?
Ah!
The shed guy.
I have no idea.
Alright, no, you carry on, sir. It must be a different thing.
No idea.
Shed guy, the guy that went into a shed.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying, that, mate. Carry on.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, apparently on the 15th of May,
Like 4 days away.
yeah. Was it aliens? I think we're getting aliens, apparently.
Oh, okay, so...
He predicted what was going to happen in 2024, and there was about 10 different things. I didn't save it.
When he did the predictions, if you can remember, did he just say he predicted them, or did he actually show evidence of him predicting them?
He just announced what was going to happen. With each slide, different things were going to happen on different days within 2024.
And they all come true?
Well, no, they haven't happened yet.
Well, if you were saying before, he's predicted things before. So
I don't know if he's predicted things in the past.
Right,
That's
okay.
came true.
Because you see some of the people say, look, I told you it's going to happen, I knew it, but there's no evidence. Like if I say to you, Newcastle or whatever, we're going to beat so-and-so after the game, it's like, well, you just said it after the game. You need evidence of you saying it beforehand.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a visit in like 5 or so days.
Yeah, apparently. I can't find it, so I have no idea.
Do you remember how he specified if they're gonna, if the government are gonna reveal them, or if we're gonna see them coming down their little?
He never
lens?
specified, so I have no idea.
Oh, so he just said aliens are gonna come.
Yeah.
So there's no good looking out for them, mate, because we don't know if they're gonna be coming out the local Sainsbury's or if they're gonna be in fucking Guatemala or coming out of fucking Sao Paulo.
I don't know if you can look up old shit you've watched. I don't know.
What's this on?
TikTok.
Yeah. No, I don't know if you can actually. I have no idea.
I know you can look up shit you've liked, but I don't know if you can look up shit.
Yeah, I am not a TikTok expert, sir.
Neither am I. I've only got 11 followers and it's all family.
Yes.
So I have no idea.
TikTok smashing it, Chris. We need to get TikTok famous.
We do. We need to do something for TikTok.
Yeah,
Get on the bandwagon.
It's actually getting closer and closer. Because years ago, you always think I need to have talent to be famous, a singer or a sports star or some shit. But the more you go down it now, it's like I don't actually need talent. You need to do something extremely moronic.
Well, you don't have to even do that. You can just talk about work. You can dance. There's some guy I watch. He's from over in America. He talks a bit weird, but I think that's a mental issue. I'm not being nasty.
Oh, don't you be.
But he's into old classic shit. He drives around in a 1920s car.
Yeah, so everything to do with like the 20s.
Well, I don't think. I don't know if it's everything to do with 20s, but it's just he drives around in an old classic car. He's just bought himself a penny farthing.
Right.
He's just done an apartment viewing of what people was like want to see.
Oh, so it would have been like the old furniture.
It's all old furniture, old lighting. He's got an old TV, everything. He's got old knives and forks, old plates. He lives back in that.
Oh, so does he have to go home and like listen to the radio and shit?
Yeah.
So there'll be no Netflix or
no, it's like classical music playing.
Imagine if he's in a bar and he manages to fucking pull a girl or a guy, whatever he's into, they come back and like, want to come back to my place. It's like, no, I need to get your father's permission. I'll pick you up on horseback tomorrow. You'd be like, oh, fuck. What have I just picked up here at the bar? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I walked into a house like that, I will instantly just assume I'm being raped and murdered. If you walk into an old-fashioned thing like that, mate, I am 100% getting sold to some sort of... I'll salt you to, the neighbour's farm for 10 cows or some shit.
I've been listening to a lot of old school music as well on TikTok.
No, like what?
Like just like 90s dance stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's like,
Rhythm is a dancer.
Yeah, it's like, I remember when I passed my test listening to all this shit. Yeah.
Cruising about.
I'd be 6B9s in the parcel shelf, bombing around Carlisle with birds in my car.
With birds in my car.
And I had a Corsa, which was even worse.
Yes.
Because it's a pedo car.
Yes, mate. I always... You were part of the trend that always used to give me the ick. Like, I didn't know what the ick was at the time, but when I go through fucking the amount of times I told you, I said we'd walk through Burger King and I would just lob shit in the cars because I think this is the gayest, most lame. And gay, I don't mean homosexual. I mean the actual term. This is fucking lame.
I remember sitting in that car park doing laps around BK.
Yeah, but no, I will admit though, even though I was taking the piss of it, I'm still a weird, nerdy dickhead. And what I do is lame to people. But even I would see that and be like, what the fuck is going on? You just... Because the ones that pull up, they speak to each other and they open the door and they just have a crack and I go, what the fuck is the point in this?
It was a meet!
No, it comes from a lot of ignorance because they didn't know what was going on. And then they'll be like, "I go on then, pal, you do a lap." And they'll come around and be like, "That was sick." And I'll be like, Jesus Christ, am I not the virgin here? What the fuck is going on? It was always a weird thing. And especially, I'd sometimes see 3 or 4 cars all lined up and everyone's blasting their music. And I'm thinking, you're listening to all different tunes, blasting next to each other, just staring. What the fuck is going on?
Yes, that was the day. That was my time.
Yeah, no,
Max Power.
It's. I remember the Max Power magazine. There was a lad that used to collect them.
I used to collect them. I'm fast car.
It was. I don't know that one. I don't think it was. They always had a picture of like a car, and there'd always be some half-naked girl somewhere.
Fast
nearby.
car was the same.
That was it.
Yeah.
I remember. To be fair, the artwork that come from Max Power, where it had like cartoon cars squished up, where the wheels weren't like round, but they were like oval, and they were quite cool. To be fair, but yeah, like I said, I know that's hypocritical me saying anything's fucking lame for fuck's sake. I sleep in superhero PJs. But yeah, I always just saw it and just thought, what the fuck are we doing in life? It was one of the things where I started to come through and start to question what people do. But obviously, like I said, I was ignorant to it. You guys are having fun. That's what you do and all that kind of shit. But sometimes you always see like a girl leave school or whatever, and they're like, I'm so-and-so from college, I'm going to get in this car. And I'll be like, this is the most pedo shit I've heard in my entire life. Because she's like 15. He's just passed his test at, 17, 18 or whatever. And then I get picked up like, what did you do? Oh, we drove around town. Oh, and that was it. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you mean you just drove around town? It was always... But I don't know if that's a case of young boys getting the car for the first time and that's just what they want to do. I feel like loads of young kids do it. I'm 31, but if I start driving tomorrow, I'll end up doing it. Maybe. That's
basically what we did. Was just meet up and then drive round. Stop somewhere, have a crack, listen to music, fucking birds, and then do another drive round, and then, yeah.
Hey, like I said, I can't mock anything for being lame, but I just don't understand that world. That's where you'd need to enlighten me a bit more, mate, because I don't get that concept. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you want educated on?
Well, first of all, was it fun?
It was back in the day. Yeah. Maybe not so much now. I might get some questions.
Hey, yeah, definitely. Especially if I'm sat in the seat with you, mate. Fucking hell. Would you do it now?
If I was 17?
No, right now.
Nah, not now.
So why wouldn't you do it now? Again,
I'd probably get locked up.
No, you don't have to pick up a girl. But I'm saying, if I've got a car, got a car.
If I loved the car scene when I was growing up. Yeah. I was big into it, and like I said, I was massive. As soon as I passed my test, I was like, get my car. I'm getting involved in a car meet. I got involved, and I ended up getting involved with Cumbria Cruise.
Right, okay.
Which is still kind of about today, but it's not as big as it was back then.
What the fuck is Cumbria Cruise like? What was this?
It's just part of a car organisation where we all just meet up.
Oh, it's an actual like. Fucking...
We used to all meet up. Sometimes it was Carlisle, sometimes it was because we are based at Workington.
Yeah.
But a lot of people from Carlisle was from it.
It was like a club.
So we used to all just meet up with Carlisle. But sometimes we went to Workington. Sometimes we went to Penrith. We used to all just meet up, have a crack, go for a cruise somewhere. Pick up birds. And yeah, that was it. It was like a mini car cruise. So like a meet.
Right. So is the purpose of it to show off your car?
Yes, right, it was that, but also get to know other car enthusiasts, get ideas from each other and stuff like that. Right.
Okay. So that makes a bit more sense because obviously the way I saw it was just they were bored, so they thought they would stand outside their cars with the music blasted. So you would go, you'd find somebody, you'd talk about cars, and you talk about I'm going to put this in my car, I'm planning on doing this in my car. Well, that makes a bit more sense. And you've actually met up and you've had a conversation. Yeah. Well, yeah, so that's what I mean. I'm ignorant.
So technically, if I could do it now, I would. But I just don't have. I work too much.
I know. There's the large. Like my mate went to one not long ago, a very famous one. I can't remember what happened either a weekend or two ago. Can't meet
Santa Pod. Santa Pod's big.
Did you say Santa Pod?
Santa Pod is very big over here.
don't know if he said Santa Pod. There was big YouTubers there because he went, I met some YouTubers that told us, like, I ain't got a fucking clue who they are, mate, because they were car people. But he said it's quite a big. I see them ones where they, there's loads of hundreds of people, like a comic book convention, but for cars.
It could have been Santa Pod.
He might have said that then. I can't. He did tell me, but
unless they always say there's still meets up now and then, but they're not really as big up here. They're all basically down south, like Peterborough and all that stuff.
I guess as well, location means a lot. Because when I think of car meetup, and when you say it, the first thing that comes to my head is Tokyo Drift in that parking lot. So I guess maybe when I see it because now I know they always do them next to the swimming pool, that car park near there.
Aye.
I guess when I see it there, it does look lame because there's like 3 people and it's in a shitty car park in Carlisle. So that's maybe another reason why I'm like, that's just fucking lame. But I guess location means a lot. But when I think about Tokyo Drift, I think it's quite cool because it's so no. But yeah, when I look at it in that respect, it makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, because like I said, what we used to do is BK was always the meat. Burger King was always the meat.
I know too much.
We used to sit there for a bit, have a lap. Have a crack, and
that's another. What's that? Have a lap. What's that
it's
for?
Basically drive round Burger King itself, drive through the drive-through, and come back out. That was it.
For what reason?
Just for a crack.
right. Okay. So it wasn't. Right. I thought.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You ignorant little shitbag.
Honestly, thought he was going to be sick there for a sec.
Well, be outside.
I honestly thought because he coming and went, shit myself.
Be sick outside.
Why do you keep wetting your hands?
You little vermin.
The controller, it feels weird, like, so then every, few hours you have to just,
The controller feels weird.
Is
that not an indicator to maybe get off the PlayStation for a bit?
Give yourself a break.
And do an activity.
Maybe it's why you're sick.
Well, I'm waiting for dinner, but then Grandma is not answering you, so...
I don't know, do a puzzle or something, draw a picture.
Go get your haircut or something.
Yeah, you get your haircut. Oh, wait, get out.
We're bold, mate. This is the Bold Boy Club. Get out. Only boldies allowed. So, yeah, I didn't understand the lap thing. So it was just... I thought maybe it was a case of like, oh, I've got a new thingy. Here's how it sounds. And you go, rah. Oh, that sounds cool.
Well, there was that. There was also showing off as well. Like spinning, handbrake turning and shit like that. But it was just for a crack. There was nothing really specific about it. You weren't getting the fastest lap time already.
Right, you weren't actually looking.
It was just for the crack.
I'm just going to do a quick circle for the crack.
Yeah.
No, like I said, if you were having fun and whatnot, and I'm just being an ignorant bastard to it all because I didn't understand it, and I've never had that appeal to cars. I guess there's some sort of respect. What you've done there is just a comic book convention, but take out the comic books. It's just... So no, yeah, when you explain it a bit better, it's just, like I said, I was walking through, seeing it all, just being like, fuck me, man, what are you doing? Get it?
That probably would have been there when you read it.
It could have been, mate, could have been. Really, I usually, because I'd be walking back either from school or from football, so I was usually in football gear, and I just look at it, and you'd always see, again, this could be the I don't know, you'd always see the most, like, quite often the most scrawniest, weird, inbred looking kid. At least in a couple of these, just like, well, you could hear me like, listen to me, Rev, and I'm like, Jesus.
Yes, there was weird people, but I will give you that one.
But even in our circles, mate, there's weird people. So
yeah, there's weird people in every circle. Yeah. So there was a few weirdos, and there was a bit people. I was like, right. Keep away from him, girls. He's a bit weird. Just keep away from that one. Nice car, but just keep away from him.
Nice car, but he's a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There always did have that tone of, I don't want to say predator, but like sexual creep vibe. Again, I'm being ignorant to it. I don't know if that's true, but I always got, all right, cunt.
Alright, behave.
Dogs in this house. Okay, there you go. Oh, maybe not. It always had that vibe of a bit, I won't say noncy, but a bit, like I always envision a girl walking over, a guy pulling up with his whatever car, be like, do you want to lift home? And kind of crack.
Yeah.
I always got that vibe, but again, I could be completely wrong to that.
Being that being that guy.
Being that guy. Which guy?
It was an opportunity to pick up girls because obviously when you had a car, girls loved cars.
I have seen that.
Girls loved guys with cars.
I 100% saw that.
So it was kind of like, do you want a lift? And I was 17. So in a way, it wasn't kind of that bad.
Yeah, if you're 40 and you're doing it,
If now it would be creepy and
Yeah.
I would get locked up. But back then I was 17, so it was kind of justified. But also I did have the car as well. But back then it wasn't really justified as that car.
Yeah.
It's just as years have gone on, everyone had the Corsa, so it got known as that car.
I'm kind of glad I didn't drive because I would have been the guy fucking in probably that car with Spider-Man dangling from the fucking thingy. Because I would have been the person that comes up next to a girl and be like, "Do you need a lift?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I go, "Tough luck, lad," and I'll just web away in my car. Got them, didn't we? That'd be me and the two fucking idiots in the back or whoever just reading comic books. "Oh yeah, we got them this time." That would have been us. We would have been the weirdos of the weirdos.
My car, I loved that car. Like I say, it was a 1.2 Corsa.
Yep.
It was black.
Uh-huh.
It had I got new alloys fired on it. I had Lexus lights because that was a new thing back then.
Mm.
I had Lexus lights. I had 6x9s in my parcel shelf. Yeah. I had a boombox in the boot.
I didn't mind when people had mint speakers and you could see the wobble bit in the middle.
Yeah,
I didn't mind.
I had a decent CD player, so my boot was up. I had a little neon light in my boot that used to like flash with me fucking speakers.
So you was getting up. You spent some money on it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's like
I was worked in the car garage. It cost me £99 deposit, and then it was £99 a month finance, and I was doing shit to it.
Yes. So why did you do that one then? Or did it just sort of?
No, I got a different car, and then I got it was a bit different, but not too much different. It was basically the same car, but it was a bit of a better spec than what I did have.
Right.
I don't know why I didn't really do that as much because it already came kind of like pre-sporty.
Right.
Because it had as what I know as the XP body kit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I already had like a sports bumper, sport exhaust, sport spoiler. So I didn't really have to do a lot to it. Where the first car, it wasn't basic, but I wanted to do things to it.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I definitely think that apology is due then because I'm going to go back to say it's definitely the location then. Because I know some people go and look at old, I know Laura does with her dad. She likes to go look at some convention thing where they have like old vintage cars, like old police cars and stuff like that.
Well, Silif normally does that. The old vintage classic cars. Like I say, I normally go with my father because he likes looking at all the old stuff.
Yeah, I guess when you're actually doing these car meet-up convention things and there's loads of cars and you're actually looking at stuff, that makes sense. But I guess in my head, looking at it in Burger King, just thinking, what the fuck's going on in Burger King? What the fuck is on? So yeah, I think maybe the apologies are back to it back in the day.
And the police didn't mind us back then because they knew we were just meeting up, having a crack, and then we were cruising off somewhere.
Not trying to, as they say up here, tick chess.
No.
I don't tick chess.
No, we weren't doing it. We weren't causing trouble because we were on private property. So
private property.
It was back then.
Private
property. So
private.
We weren't causing any trouble. And sometimes we used to have a crack with the police as well.
All right.
And they were like, show us what you got, blah, 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 blah.
Show us what you got. And that's when you do fall.
And they were, like said, you had a good crack with them. If we got on with the police, they got on with us. If we didn't do shit on the streets.
They went donuts.
And shit like that on the streets and handbrake turns.
I was in a car once with somebody
fine.
Handbrake turn and I had no idea what was happening. It wasn't the guy doing the handbrake turn that did it though. It was the guy in the passenger seat. He just pulled it and he fucking flipped it. And I'm in the back of the car going, what the fuck has just happened here?
My mate was showing off in some snow. He pulled the handbrake turn, pulled the handbrake up just a bit too much and he skidded into the wall.
Spun his car up.
Yeah.
Would he fuck himself up?
He wasn't a big gun smash.
I was like
yeah, but he broke his headlight and cracked the bumper. Yeah, he wasn't happy.
I can imagine younger people when they do get their cars though showing off a little bit.
They do now. They do now.
So you see, sometimes as well, I don't understand where sometimes when people they're in their cars, this could be somebody that I have no idea about. I know little Richie Rich does it sometimes, and they're lights with people, and like they automatically think in their head like, I'm gonna beat this person to the next light or whatever, and you'll see people just go, and I'm like, I don't understand, but you've not got the end, and no one's clear. Well, in Formula One, there's I've never understood that, but again, that comes when it doesn't drive, so I haven't got a clue.
I used to be like that.
Yeah, well, I imagine young kids are. They'll be like, I've been in a car with Rich and his mate before when they're driving, and they did something, and they were like, "Oh, that was sick. You probably didn't." I'm like, "I don't understand what you did." we were going up by the castle, whatever that road's called, Castleway, and we were up there. And he did something. And I was like, "I don't understand. Just give me up. I don't understand what you've done. It makes no sense to me." But then again, that's once again being ignorant, not from a world of like being cool and in a car and shit like that. I have no idea. But yeah, when people see him, and even when I'm a passenger, and sometimes I'll see the driver look over and see the person they've looked over, and I'm like in the middle, like, I don't know what we're doing. What's going on? He'd be like, what he did is because he's got this engine or whatever. And I'm like, I don't judging you, mate. I don't care. I didn't realise we were in a race, pal. The only race that I do comes with fucking mushrooms and turtle shells. It means naught to me.
No,
but yeah,
it's getting off the lights. That's what it is. Getting off the lights.
That's what it's called.
Just getting off the lights.
Getting off the lights.
Yeah. Just as soon as you fucking hits green, you're away, man. You're away, dude.
Is this where the whole 0 to whatever comes to play?
0 to maybe 100. Well, 0 to maybe, well, no.
Don't they usually say, you can correct me.
It's 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Or 62 if you want to be precise.
Is it true as well, whatever you're doing in your speedometer thing, it's actually 5 miles quicker than what it actually says?
No.
I heard that
it's
once.
The police are the only vehicles, what country you are the only vehicles that have an accurate speed odometer.
Yeah.
Our cars, they're just kind of guestified.
Guestified?
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you use a sat nav, obviously that's accurate.
Right, okay, alright. Because I always heard that and I always thought, so if you've been done doing 31 to 30, you might not even been doing 31.
No, you've probably been doing like 35.
Oh, so actually you're doing more.
Where there?
So if it says it's doing 30, there's a chance you're doing more than 30, not less.
Yeah.
Right.
See, when I sit at 70 on the motorway, because my van's limited to 70, at 70 on the sat nav. No, at 70 on the sat nav, but on the speedo it's sitting at 74.
Well, that's a bit of a con. So then if somebody's driving and they look and they're doing 28 in a 30, and the police pull them over and say you're doing 34, 30 whatever.
No, because if they're doing 28, in the 30 on the speedo, they're probably actually doing like 25.
Wait, so it's only over 30 it goes higher?
No, it's if they get caught doing 32, they're probably doing like 35 on the speedo.
But if they're doing 28, they're probably doing 25.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does that work?
It's I don't know. Cars are not accurate. Fucking, I can't even say the word.
Accurate.
That's the one. I've never been able to say that. I don't know why. It's just always has been. But they'll only do you if you're sticking at 30. You're probably doing like 26, 27. So you'll be fine. But if they come to you and say like, you were doing 35 and a 30, you're probably doing like 38.
So what if you're doing 31?
You're probably doing like 26.
So if they pulled you over...
27, but they wouldn't pull you over for that.
They wouldn't?
No.
Right, okay. So
they'll only pull you over if what they catch you on speed camera is over 30.
Right. So even though if it says 31 on the camera and you're doing less, they still
if they catch you doing 31 on the camera, you're probably doing like 35.
Right, 35.
Yeah, well, so you're actually...
Fucking, this is mental.
Yeah. So
right.
The speed limit's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're doing 34,
you're
probably doing 29.
But why a second ago we're doing 31, now we're actually doing 28? Why sometimes it lower, why sometimes it higher?
What?
Because you said before, so if you're doing, I said if you're doing 31 and you said, well, you're probably actually doing 28, why is that lower? But yeah, you do 34 and you're probably doing 38.
Right,
why is that higher?
You're confusing me.
I don't know, mate.
No, if you're sitting in my car, right, we're driving, I'm doing 30.
Yeah.
The speedo says 30.
Yeah.
My little, because I've got digital dials, it says 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I get spotted on the camera,
for the police with the little gun.
I'm probably doing about 27.
Right. So what if you do 31 miles an hour on your dial?
I'm probably doing about 28.
Right. So they wouldn't do you even though your dial says 31.
Yeah.
Right, okay, because you're probably doing about 28.
But if I get caught doing 31, 32 on their camera, I'm probably doing about 35, 36 on my speedo.
Right, okay, I'm with you. Right,
Yeah.
I think I'm with you anyway.
Yeah.
Right, why can't they... Is there no way you could just make it accurate then?
Well, there is,
or
but it's to stop you from speed.
So there's a reason for it?
Yeah, the police are the only ones who have the exact...
Sorry, I'm not here for a lesson. But when Chris starts talking cars, there's loads of shit I don't understand mode. So I do know that is it on the you're gonna hate for saying this, but I'm gonna say it. The gas thing where you put your gas in. Petrol.
Yeah.
There's the arrow that points to which way the flap is. Is that right?
Not necessarily.
Ah, bastard! I thought that was a thing.
No.
So even though sometimes when I'm not
Some do, some don't. Mine doesn't. But I know what side my fuel's.
Yeah,
my fuel goes in.
I have noticed that quite a lot. Why is it here? I'm going to say it again. Gas station. They used to always say you can't use your phone.
It's just an old myth.
Technically,
you can, but they just don't advise you to. It's just an old myth.
What can cause that to blow up?
It's just some kind of static radiation between the phone and the fuel pump.
Right. Okay. I'm with you. Because isn't it
that which can set like?
Yeah, it's because it's not a flame that sets it like it's a spark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why sometimes in the films and they chuck a fag on it. Yeah. And it's like, well, that wouldn't blow up because it's not a spark. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I always think, what the fuck's it? But okay, so it's just a myth.
Yes.
So I can.
You technically can, and then at some garages, pay for your fuel using your phone. When they were like, well.
Oh, they'll get mad at you.
Well, no, because you're paying for your fuel using your phone.
I don't know.
So you can sit in your car, play with your phone, buy the fuel, and then just go out and pump it. Or you can use your phone while you're pumping it.
Yeah. Is all the shit underneath as well? The tankers, whatever they hold them in.
The fuel tank, yeah.
Yeah, it's just underneath the forecourt, whatever the fuck it's called. Forecourt? Is it called a forecourt?
Well, technically, yeah. Yeah, all the tanks are underneath the grunt, yes.
Ah, bloody fuel crisis there.
And you'll get a fuel tanker that'll come in every so often.
Yeah, we have
to fill it up, which will.
We have one that comes in at work, and we have to get it through the fence and put it through. And the land's like, just been out of farm, the pipe's covered in shit. I was like, I'm not fucking holding that, man. And he had to come round and reel it all in himself. I think, why the fuck are you expecting me to hold cow
at
shit?
A fuel station, you'll see just little pipes coming out the ground.
Oh yes, I
And then the fuel tankers will just hook up to them.
And just do it that way.
And then just pump it all in.
There's a lot of people that say that it's not really fossil fuel, that it's not real. I don't know where you stand on that.
Push it aside.
Especially the people that don't believe in dinosaurs.
Push it aside.
It's weird as fuck. It's mad how that's like that kind of shit's the shit that like wars and stuff get fought over and that. Because like if somebody said to me you can't have any petrol again, Dan, I'd say I don't care. I don't use petrol. Like it would bother me. Obviously, it would affect me. But if I wanted like deliveries and shit, the post person to come with a van and shit.
That's diesel.
Well, whatever it is, whatever they fight for the shit. But I don't think I could live in an oil-free world. I think I would. Don't get us wrong. Like, what in my life's affected by that?
Technically nothing, because
there might be something.
You bike to work.
Does it affect any of electronics? Is there any?
Not really, because everything's electrical in here, which is all done by technically solar wind or power.
Power in a house, in any way, shape, or form.
You don't need oil unless you live in the countryside, like I used to. Then I used to have an oil burner, which used to help me heat the house up.
Oh yeah, well fuck it. Then they can fight a war over this. I'll just see you later, lads.
So technically, you don't need it, but if it was for me or my sister, yeah. Because I used to order oil to warm my house up.
Oh, did you?
I did.
That's very push.
It was expensive as well.
I used to know a guy. Yeah, there was actually a guy who, my old worker moved to somewhere, and he had something in his back garden.
It's just like a big green oil drum.
Yeah, and he had to fill it up.
Yeah.
And then he stopped, and he just started getting loads of chopped wood, and everything he's done was.
Well, I had a log burner as well, which used to help.
Yeah, log burner shit thing.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. Like I said, if I'm caught, I'll put a jumper on. Ain't gonna be fucking risk recording anytime soon anyway, mate. Surprised I started sweating now. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a nice little. Because like I said, you can have loads of intrigue. And what I was doing was fucking weird and shit. And I can completely get all that, so it's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's just a weird walk of life, mate. It's funny. I always see it and just think, what the fuck?
I would like to get back into a car cruise.
There's some proper, like they said, when I think of car meetups, I think of Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
That's coming from the outside looking in. I don't know if they're fictional or what. I don't know if that's a real, how it would look.
Well, technically, yeah, because Tokyo is big on car meets.
Yeah, so yeah.
So they do?
Oh, right, well, there you go. And obviously, I know the film might fictionalize it a bit, but I don't know.
Well, no, technically it's all correct. There
Well,
was
the cars,
underground car meets and shit like that.
All the cars are like fancy and bright, and fucking. In that Monkey Man, I know you haven't watched it. There's a guy who's got quite a. In India they always have them scooter things, but he's got like a done up one of them that's proper rapid. He gets to the place. When I was watching, I was like, I don't know if Chris would appreciate that or not, because it's quite. Because he goes to the garage and there's all these fancy Ferraris and Lamborghinis and shit. And he's like, no, this is my car and this is mine. And he goes, get in the back, and he's like, what the fuck? It's like, and it's just smashing for everything.
Tuk tuk.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. Do you know what else is weird? I just realised, I just saw one of them things. What is it about India where all the freak show things come from?
What do you mean?
I saw this guy.
You're gonna have to elaborate here.
Oh, you'll know what I mean in a sec. There was a guy who had a horn growing out of his head, and it was from India. But it's always like the conjoined twins, the man with the world's longest nails, and all that kind of shit. Like they have a freak show thing set up. Carl Pilkington went there, and it's like, why is there a lot of Indians that have all these like things that are crazy and over the top?
Without being nasty, it's not the cleanest country, is it?
Tell you what, after watching Monkey Man, it looks like the most hottest country I watched.
It is hot. It is hot over there.
He's in a room with about 20 other blokes all just chilling. There's these fans and they're all sleeping. You can see them all sweating as they sleep. I was thinking, I ain't got any.
You'd hate it.
Oh my God. To be fair, the culture of India, and some of it looks fucking beautiful and amazing. The Taj Mahal and that looks phenomenal. And then I watched that film in the suburbs and all this kind of shit everywhere. Day or night, everyone was sweating. He's sweating constantly throughout the film. I was thinking, not for me, thank you.
Watch James May does the Indian tour on Amazon.
Oh, and is he very sweaty?
He goes to some places and it's a lot. It's run down to fuck.
I know,
but it is very hot over there.
It's hot as shit. Well, what do you mean by it's very dirty?
We're not being nasty, but it's not very clean. It's not very hygienic.
Right, okay.
You've got everybody living basically
like
everywhere.
Each other and stuff,
it's not. It's the hygiene is like doesn't exist over there.
Hygiene doesn't exist.
No, you've got rubbish and crap and feces.
There is a shot.
You've got shit everywhere.
In Monkey Man, there is a shot of a river and it's just rubbish on the side.
Well, you've seen Slumdog Millionaire. Have you seen that?
Oh, of course I've seen stuff. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it's Indian. Of course it is. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh shit. Yeah.
It's a lot like that.
So that way it affects, because like I said, whenever you think of loads of freak shows, I think they call them the freak shows. There's a tent you can go in. And they're all just sat there. And it's like, the triple conjoined people, the world's longest nails and all that kind of shit.
Well, the world's longest nails is just people who just can't be asked cutting the nails. You can't.
There's always some sort of medical marvel over
a lot of extraordinary, let's just say extraordinary people are from over there.
Yeah, I feel like the Greatest Showman should have just had Indians.
The tallest person is from over there. The smallest person's from over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's, why is it all India?
I don't know.
It's mental as fuck. I don't know. When I finished watching Monkey Man, which was a really fun film, I just remember thinking, it didn't show you loads in there. I'm not saying the film shows you that, but I was watching, I was going, I remember Carl Pilkington over in India. When Steve-O and that there, the Wild Boys went there, they had a lot of mental old men that were cannibals and shit, and they were trying to like bite on Steve-O and stuff. And they have all them weird beds that are just full of made of pins and shit. I just thought, this is a weird old place, isn't it?
There's a lot of things that get that's normal over there, which we find what the fudge.
Yeah,
just even interspecies with animals and.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a massive interspecies.
Yeah, and underage and stuff like that.
They just go back to Monkey Man. There is a weird scene where he's fighting in this hallway, and they're just fighting in this bit, and there's just like curtains everywhere with loads of people shagging. And I was like, I wonder if like India's just a place where people get hot and rammy.
There's that, but it's a lot of It's not a nice place to grow up.
Well, I don't know if Japan still take the tick for the weird nonsense, because I don't know if that's still 14 over there or whatnot. I don't know if they've changed that.
I don't know.
That's always given me. As I'm younger, I don't realise, but the more I've grown up and I still love anime, the whole making girls extra large and all this shit. I'm like, I get it. You're all nonsense.
Yeah.
But give us more Dragon Ball. That's it. It's weird.
But a lot of countries are like that as well, though. Like certain parts of Africa, there's no age limit.
Yeah, they have them. I don't know what
It's
religion
some kind of
it is.
tribe they're part of. And
Yeah, they get married. That like the family will give their kid to somebody,
Yeah.
and the kid might be like 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
I always thought that arranged marriage thing was an absolute disaster. I mean, it's worked for some people, I guess, but like you could be matched up with like somebody you cannot stand. Like if I got matched up and they're like, oh, this is my daughter, whatever. She's a Macam. I'd be like, well, get the fuck out of my house. We're like, well, hang on a sec. I've made a deal with the dad. We'll tell the dad to fuck clean off. I've always thought arranged marriage stuff was a bit bizarre. But like I said, it's obviously worked for some people. It nearly worked for Raj and Big Bang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I always just thought that was quite mental and bizarre.
Yeah, it's mad what countries can legalise when you think about it.
It's mad how something you just mentioned about the different ages and shit, how countries can't agree on that. Because like obviously us it's 16, America it's 18. My ear just popped.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how we can't. We can disagree on religions and all that kind of shit, but surely that's something we should all be able to universally agree on.
Oh, well, that's only just recently became in, hasn't it? Especially for Britain. It was only not until the 1960s.
Well, there was no consent
Yeah,
age.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that, Chris. Yeah, that's very alarming. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's why a lot of younger people back then were having kids because there was no age limit, and that's why they had about 7 kids.
I don't know if it's because of my stupid little brain, but for most of my life, I just wanted to play. Like, even as a teenage boy growing up, I'm still thinking, I want my action figures.
I wouldn't say I was a horny child, but I did some dabbling.
Did some dabbling, you know, fooled around a little. Oh,
I was young when I did my first time.
It's fucking weird. So, like, if 2 Americans come over here and they're both 17 and they get it on, it's legal in our country. Do they go back to America and they're nonsense to each other?
No, because it's different. Because they're in the...
They have to abide by the laws of that country they're in.
No, because they're in the age... Well, it's like over here. You know over here that kids under 16 are going to have sex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's basically the same in America.
Especially when them guys in them cars are coming up beside you.
It's the same in America. You know that even though if the legal age is 21,
yeah,
a lot of people under 21 are going to have sex. It doesn't matter what country you're in.
Well, look, it's 18 in America, which is even weird. It's 21 to drink.
Yeah, sorry.
But that to me is a bit... To me, I would say it makes more sense to swap that around.
But yeah, it's 18 to drink over here and 16 to have sex.
It's fucking weird, isn't it?
But technically, you've got to look older than 21 now.
Yeah, what is it? Challenge 21 or some shit it's called.
You've got to look older than 21 to buy a drink now.
But no, yeah, sorry, it's my original question. The 2 70s from America, they've come over and they've done it here and they've gone back home.
So technically, they haven't really done anything. It's not really...
So if they go back to America and they're in school and like, yeah, I made out, we got the love making, or like, you're a pedo, she's 17.
Yeah, but if he's 17, then it's not so bad.
No, I know that he's not actually a pedo, but like have they broke the law then or what?
Technically not, because they're over here. It's legal over here. It's
in,
like
if
if Americans came over here and they were 19 and they were drinking. But technically, they're not breaking the law because over here it's 18.
But then say 2 people.
But if we went over there, if we were 18 and we went over there and we got caught drinking, then we're breaking their law.
Yeah. So then say if you did it right, say you're a 16-year-old and you've got a 16-year-old, so whatever age, and then you go to Japan and it's 14 and you come back here. I know for a fact I would feel like a nonce.
I would, yeah.
Like I couldn't walk around going, I did it in Japan, it's legal.
Yeah, it's.
Luckily,
if I was 16, it might have been different. I don't know because I don't want to say because it'll fucking make me be weird. Well, but if I did it now and I went over there and I said, right, give me a 14-year-old, even though it's legal, I'd come back over and I said, look, Dan, metal bird over there, 14, fucked her hard.
Sounds
wrong.
Why did you say hard? Why did you say hard?
Even though it's legal over there, you're like, you fucking creep.
You'd come back here and feel awful.
Yeah.
So then would you not, as an American, then go back to America and feel a bit weird?
Well, no. Well...
Because it's 18 there. Or what if you skipped out Britain and you were a Yank and you went over there, did it in Japan 14 and... What the fuck?
It's like say as we know, laws are weird. It is weird how laws work in different countries. So yes, it's legal over there, and some guys go over there to do it and come back and whatnot. I don't know.
We've literally as well got a history of just nonsense, because you can guarantee back in like the medieval times and the Victorian times and the Elizabethan times, you can guarantee now those people are nonsense.
Well, like I say, it was only just a couple.
Yeah, that's mental.
And you had incest, which was normal back then.
Yeah, how did they get away with that one? And as well, the fact I think it's in some major states like New Jersey and shit, where it's still legal to do it with your first cousin.
Yeah.
Which is just like, have you not seen the results? You should be cancelling that. But I bet you're somewhere mental like Belarus, it's fine as well.
So, again, in some other countries, it's normal for underage incest.
Because it's like animals. Obviously, a dog's a full pedigree when a brother shags a sister. That's just mental. Anyway, we can end it there. That's a good
We've
time.
ended weirdly here. I don't like it.
Car meetups.
Yeah, just stick to car meetups.
And buy whatever that car is.
Don't buy a Corsa. Make sure she's legal here, please. If you do pick somebody up. And
keep keeping on, you bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, and keep on cruising on.
Oh,
I love you, bye.